When I started in tax all these years ago, payroll was a manual system with lots of different paper forms and everything to fill in. We now, because the government have cut down on non-revenue staff, we've ended up in a situation where it is also heavily automated. We now have something called real-time information, or RTI as it's known in the jargon. And that means that employers, when they're running their payroll, now have to send a monthly uploaded file to HM Revenue and Customs. This means that Revenue and Customs know immediately what tax is due, whereas in the old days, the good old days, some would say, the Revenue had to wait until the end of the tax year when all this deluge of paper came in before they knew what they were actually owed. They now know in real time, so obviously they can chase employers very, very quickly for any outstanding amounts now. There are very, very swinging penalties for getting this wrong. For the smaller end of the business, they've put this off until next year, but really it's going to be very, very expensive to get this wrong. Coupled with that, employers are going to have to be faced with dealing with their employees' pensions going forward as well. That can be part of the payroll process, because every time an employee is paid, the employer has to assess them for their pension eligibility, etc. I'm not going to talk at length about that, but the reality is that it is a natural part of the payroll process because it should be done at or around the same time. We have invested heavily in technology to help our clients with the payroll function. The need to get this absolutely right every single month is paramount because of these penalties. The Revenue just brook no delay anymore. There's no playing around with the numbers at all. If you're late, you're late. 3 strikes and you're literally out, and they're after you with sticks and clubs. So it's no longer something that the uninitiated should deal with. And I think a lot of traditional bookkeepers who may have handled payroll in the past will struggle to deal with the advent of the auto-enrollment process for the pensions coupled with the payroll. If they carry on doing the payroll and the auto-enrollment is a separate process, it's going to be very, very labour intensive. Through our payroll offering, we can do both things at once, deal with the whole lot, that's dealing with HM Revenue and Customs and the whole pension side of things, and just make it as simple as possible for our clients so that they can just get on with doing what they're good at.